up, everyone? This is Rustic Raver, giving you my ConnectiCon report, you guess you could say, sort of. Like I said, it was great to go to ConnectiCon 2012. Me and my friends had a really great time. Saw a lot of our old friends up there, met a lot of new friends, and hung out with a lot of new folks too, and it was really good. And on behalf of myself and everyone I know, I just want to give a great thank you to the staff at ConnectiCon and all the volunteers that help out to make this convention really great every year. And looking forward to 2013, pre-registered and everything. Like you see, sporting the ConnectiCon shirt this year, which was totally awesome. I like the Jessica Rabbit looking mascot this year, which is cool. I'll have to post a picture of that later on. But some things on hand to talk about is I know it's going all over the internet and on Facebook and probably on Twitter and a lot of other media places that a lot of things happen at ConnectiCon that probably shouldn't have happened. Between dealing with angry staff and managers at the Connecticut Convention Center, hearing tales about a few rude ConnectiCon staff members, and it's an unfortunate thing. It shouldn't happen no matter what. No one should be disrespectful to anyone else, especially when you either are hosting a venue and stuff like that, or event. As some people might want to drive you to tear your hair out, you can't. There's just no need and no call to be rude. And yes, I'm doing a video blog on yet again another windy day. I don't have nothing to this, seriously. Between my regular MP3 blogs and now my first video blog, it's windy. This sucks. But yeah, that's besides the point. I just want to point out, as a lot of negative has happened, a lot of people's feelings were hurt, and on all parties actually, the ConnectiCon staff and volunteers, a lot of them have hurt feelings because a lot of negative comments are reading. It's okay to provide constructive criticism, granted, but remember, these people make zero money for themselves. They're a non-profit organization, so they put they devote their time, their energy, and their efforts into bringing us this con every year. And maybe some of them were on edge. Should they have been disrespectful to people? No, they shouldn't have. But you know what? Hopefully they learned from this year when they did and made them improve themselves personally next year. I still love that convention. Like I said, I still plan to go. As for the Connecticut Convention Center staff, a lot of them were disrespectful, from the security guards to the management that was walking around there. A lot of them showed their less human side, you could say, but like I said, the best thing you could do is, report that, report this mistreatment, either to ConnectiCon staff, or you could even call the number for the Connecticut Convention Center and file a complaint. Like, there's no need for anyone to be disrespectful to you, and stuff like that. It's a convention, and we're paying, patrons of this convention, the convention center. If people don't go to ConnectiCon doesn't pay to rent the Connecticut Convention Center. That's one less one less convention hosted at that venue. So it's a lose-lose for everyone. We lose our convention. Connecticut Convention Center lose their partner bringing them money. So I'm just hoping for next year to be a little better, and more respectful. on that note, with the whole thing about respect, and we all have to take our part when it comes to, you know, because respect is a given. It's a two-way street, you know. It's not just only about me. You have to also give up your respect too towards others. And from the community of ConnectiCon, I think we could, you know, I'm not saying we have to police each other. I mean, we're all grown adults for the most part, you know, and many teenagers are there, know better anyway. But look, when someone asks you to stop running on an escalator, or, you know, stop yelling at the top of your lungs, just don't rebel against it, just do it. Number one, you're not supposed to be running inside a convention center anyway. I mean, there's lots of people there. There's kids littler than you there. So, you know, what if you ran into a parent and knocked them over with their child and stuff like that, or knocked the child over? You know, you gotta think about these things. No matter what age group you are, you know. I mean, little kids are probably gonna still do it, you know. But anyone that's a teenager, you know, I'm saying, even if you're 16 years old, you know better than to run inside a convention center. And, you know, if you're even older than that, you know, which even some of us are guilty of that too, you damn well know better. You shouldn't be running inside a convention center. You know, remember, it's a venue that we're technically borrowing, so you know, treat it with respect, you know, because we want to be able to go back there every year, you know, because we all like the convention. I mean, that's why we go. You know, there's a few incidents of, you know, I'm hearing about the one person that did the Metalocalypse, I can't pronounce that word, cosplay as Pickles. But I think, if I remember correctly from watching the show, I believe he's the bassist. And, you know, apparently he threw something at a security guard or something like that. And then he started running out of the convention center, and what happens? He trips outside and gets tackled by the convention center staff and the Hartford Police Department. You know, and I think also, what I'm hearing from many people, he was like piss drunk. So, you know, number one, alcohol's not allowed in and pretty much every convention center I've been in, when there's an anime convention going on or a video game convention or whatever, alcohol is not prohibited, you know. So be smart, folks. Yes, if your character is piss drunk 24/7, it's not okay to come to a convention like that, okay? That's a not cool factor, you know. So as a community, I think we need to better ourselves and adhere to the policies and rules and stuff like that, you know. And even if you know, if someone, be it the Connecticut convention, ConnectiCon convention staff, or the Connecticut convention staff, you know, if they're being rude and disrespectful towards you, you don't stoop to that level. You be the bigger person, you be more mature, and you treat them with respect. Eventually, they'll see where they're at wrong, and you know what, they'll feel bad about that. You know, you might make them think twice. So, like, you know, they look like, well, you know, I was rude and nasty to this person, and look, they're being nice to me. You know, I feel like a total ass now. So, it's something to consider, you know. Like they say, kill them with kindness. It actually does work, and it does pay off. And it's worth doing, you know, because number one, it just makes you look better. It makes you the adult, you know. Granted, someone's going to disrespect you, and it hurts. You know, it might make you angry, mad, upset, want to make you maybe want to cry, but you know, you have to show them that you're better than them and you're bigger than them, and handle it more appropriately than they are. And like I say, you always can report to the appropriate people about their conduct and stuff like that. So from a community standpoint, yeah, you know, these are little things we can do. And like I said, we don't have to police each other, because everyone's responsible for themselves. But everyone should just realize that, you know, if I can't do this in a mall, like, here's a good rule of thumb. If you can't do it in a mall, don't do it in a convention center, okay? Because malls are really strict. If you live in Jersey, you'll learn that, you know. And I don't think it doesn't matter where you're from, just anywhere, you know. Mall companies and folks are pretty strict about behavior inside of, you know, public property. which they call private or whatever. So yeah, just be smart, folks. You know. I mean, would you do that in your own house? And that's another thing it brings up is also the way you treat the place you're at. You know, remember, you're technically going into someone else's home. Treat it with respect. Don't go and break things up in the bathroom. Okay, not cool. Not cool for the janitorial staff that have to clean it and repair it, or the maintenance crew. You know, you're making their day miserable. You know, they probably have 101 other things they have to do. It's a huge convention, folks. You know, and they have to keep the convention center clean. And on top of that, you're adding more work for them to do when you can just simply be responsible, be bigger, and behave yourself. Use the bathroom as a bathroom properly. You know, that should go out saying. No one has to even tell you how to use a bathroom. If someone does, that's kind of sad. So, yeah, just remember on that note, just be respectful to other people's properties and things, because we're using this venue. It's not ours. It's not ours to keep. So, if it was your place, would you want someone going to your bathroom and breaking everything and fucking it up? No, you won't, because it's not cool. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And I mean, just not in the bathroom, it goes with everything else. Don't throw garbage on the ground, okay? There's garbage cans all around the convention center. Put it in a garbage can, alright? When you're done eating, don't leave your food on the table like a slob. Put it in a garbage can. It doesn't matter what age you are. You know, your parents probably taught you better. You should know better to begin with. And, you know, no one should have to tell you these simple things in life. I mean, it's just simple. I don't know how else to describe it, you know? Use the bathroom as a bathroom properly. Put garbage in garbage. Clean up after yourself, okay? Clean up. And obey the rules of the venue that you're at and what either the ConnectiCon staff or the Connecticut Convention Center staff are telling you. You know, like I said, their venue, not ours. Let's just follow it. You know, makes life easier. And like I said, if anyone disrespects you, just report it to the appropriate folks. File a complaint, you know, but do it in an adult manner. Don't like, oh, she told me this, she told me. No, just like, you know, I experienced this with so and so. You know, give them like if they have their name badge, give them their badge, or you know, if there's you know, you could describe them to the people, describe how they are, you know, describe how they look. And tell them in detail what happened. What did they do to upset you or provoke you? How were they nasty to you, you know? These are the appropriate ways to go about doing things. You know, you got the ConnectiCon official Facebook page, actually. ConnectiCon Convention Center. ConnectiCon Convention. You have the Connecticut Convention Center, their website, and their Facebook page. ConnectiCon has, of course, their website and forums, ConnectiCon.org, and log in with your username and password and go on the forums and lodge a complaint that way, you know? But like I said, a lot what goes on at a con, you know, the community can do better on our own. Let this Connecticut Convention, you know, I'm tired of saying that all the time. The CCC staff, and it's easier that way. Let them have the deal, you know, they have the, you know, once you file a report, you know, of the issue, they have their bosses that will handle it and, you know, hopefully make it better for next year. ConnectiCon, their staff knows, you know, who did what, or for the most part, they'll handle it. Don't be a vigilante, you know, just do your part to make sure that you are well behaved, and no matter what, that you come out on top, you know? So, yeah. I think, what else I want to talk about? Yeah, so we just talk about the community's behavior, the behavior of the convention staff, the con staff. Everyone has areas of improvement. It's a group effort to get better. So we just gotta do our part. And like I said, oh yeah, and I guess an issue that I'll touch up on, which badges. Yes, this year's ConnectiCon badges were not well made. And from what I understand, I was told by a fellow staffer, this is the company who makes the badges for PAX East. I feel for them. I mean, my badge just barely survived the 3-day event. I mean, and like they said, don't get them wet. I'm sorry, when it's 96 degrees outside, you're gonna sweat. And as much you try to avoid it, even some people that put their badges, tied it to their cosplay weapons and staff, still they amazingly found a way to fall apart. And just like so boring looking. Look at that. I wish I brought one with me to show you. Last year badges, which were beautiful, and the years before with artwork. This is just a generic, downtown shot, the convention center and the hotel and everything, and it does its job. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as pretty, Even my name, just going to the rave, and I use a permanent marker, and permanent markers are supposed to be, permanent, and basically from dancing and raving and everything in between, pretty much it just vanished. I mean, there's like a little trace right in that corner there, and like that's it. You can see, it didn't fare too well at all. It's pretty much coming apart, all the edges. Some people says they're just fell apart altogether. Some of them ripped in half. Some of them, this piece, which mine is actually, you can tell it's starting to give over here. A lot of people lost their badges that way. So to the the ConnectiCon staff, let's go back with the older badges. But these lanyards are very nice. The coffin lanyards, great. Those metal ones kind of sucked. So last year's badges with this year's lanyards were all good. And speaking about badges, which I discovered, and this is why I like this convention, because the folks who run it really put their heart into it. It actually means something to them. And last year's badges apparently were made by 6 staffers that sat down and actually laminated every single badge. Every badge. So if you still have your badge from last year, and I'm guessing they did every other year too, so those are pretty much precious badges. That tell you, that's devotion right there. When a group of folks are gonna sit down and actually make, laminate badges by hand, that's some dedication right there. So that's why, as grumpy as something might be, respect them. These people put a lot of engine effort. And you know what? Just a simple thank you will probably make their day. They know things weren't right with the convention. They know things went wrong, but there was a lot of things that did go right. And I think we gotta remember, even if the bad outweigh the good of the convention, you still gotta remember the good, because no matter what, you always gonna find a way to have fun at a convention. It's just naturally how it should be. But so yes, a big thank you to the ConnectiCon staff. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks once again to the folks that dealt with us at the Connecticut Convention Center. You guys were told, and not all of you were bad. There was many great staffers from the CCC group, that were just totally awesome. From the food service ladies to some of the security guards. Not every security guard there were a jerk. There was many friendly ones, many funny ones, and we know who you are. We know who you were or are or is still. So we'll remember you guys next year, and we'll remember give you guys high fives. You guys are cool. hopefully you can inspire your fellow staff members to be more cheerful next year. Because your times with us were pretty awesome. I think that's about it. It's getting pretty breezy. And probably gonna take this video home and start editing it. So just remember, love and light, and just have fun, people. And remember, as Nissan Wheel says, put the play back into cosplay. Later days.